to another episode on UMP Splash. And as you all know me, my name is Success and I'm your host on this show. So today we'll be talking about when no means no, and I'll be having two guests in the house today. So sit right back and we'll go on this short break and we'll be right back. See you soon. Bye. Hi viewers, welcome back from that short break. So with me here I have Dunni and Damian. So I'll let them introduce themselves, my beautiful guests for today. Hi Dunni.
Hi.
So how are you? How are you doing?
I'm okay.
So you can introduce yourself to my viewers.
My name is Dunni Kale. I'm a recent graduate of Pharmacy School Business and Technology, and I'm currently interning as a quality control analyst. Thank you very much.
That's good. And you look good, by the way.
Oh, thank you. You look good as well.
Thank you. Hi Damian.
Hi.
Did I correct? Like, am I correct the name?
Yeah. Some people
Damian.
call it Damian, some people call it Damian. So
Okay.
it all depends.
Damian.
No.
All right. So thank you for coming today. So I would like you to introduce yourself to my viewers there.
Okay, my name is Damian Odoh, and currently I'm studying higher diploma in computing at CCC College.
That's nice.
That's good. So the topic we have before us today is when no means no. Like, it's been trending for some time now on social media. I don't know if you guys have seen it. When does no mean no? So what do you guys think?
Alright. It's a very, very debatable topic. Like, a lot of people have different views on it. And it all depends on who is speaking. Probably different genders will say different things.
Okay, now so we'll go with, is it ladies first? How should we do it?
I'll let Dunni speak first.
Okay,
Okay.
a gentleman indeed. So Dunni, over to you.
Thank you. So I want to believe that we're coming from a relationship perspective, right?
Yeah.
So we're talking about when a boy asks a girl out, or what exactly?
Relationship.
Okay.
Anything, yeah.
Sex, relationship. Okay, I'm going to start from in the context of you're asking a girl out to start a relationship. When does no mean no? Like, when should you accept no as an answer? So for me, I think first of all it's really about the person, because I feel like different people have different perspectives to it. Like, there are some people that they feel like once they tell you no, you should actually take their no as no, and there are some people that they feel like they want you to apply pressure. Like, I want to see how serious you are and all that. Well, personally, I'm not of that opinion of applying pressure. I feel like most times I'm of the opinion that you should actually build friendship with the person first, because I feel like if you understand the person to a very reasonable extent, when they give you their answer, you can actually tell whether they are being serious. Like, is this no, or should I still apply pressure?
Okay,
That kind of
Dunni,
thing.
sorry, I'm going to cut you there. Like, I just want to know, you said something about applying pressure and friendship. But you know, when a guy comes to you, I want to date you, you won't just say yes.
I
You
don't
know,
if I'm interested.
But you just said something about friendship.
Yes, if it's my friend, I don't want someone that is not my. I'm not going to date someone that.
Okay,
is
what
not
if a stranger, you've not, you know, the guy just comes to you.
I'm
So
not
obviously you
going to
would have to, that's when you tell him to wait, right?
Uh-huh.
But you're not saying yes immediately, because
No, in that case, no.
you see, so it's like from two different angles right now,
Mhm,
yeah.
mhm.
So when maybe someone that is already your friend comes to you, that's when you can easily say yes or
Because
no.
I know you and I
You
know
know
what
the
I'm
attitude
working
and
with.
everything. But not when a stranger, like a total stranger, comes up to you, and you know that period you don't even know what the person, like, you don't really know the person's attitude, so you can't just say yes. So that's when you have to like say, okay, give me time.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yes.
Yeah. So you can continue. Sorry.
Yes. No, let Damian say one.
Okay, yeah, Damian. Now we come to you. No, when does no means no? Yeah, to you.
Well, I see a whole lot of things in life as being very relative, in the sense that my reality of things might not be your reality of things for you, and I think there's no right way and there's no wrong way of life. So in different cases, it could be this way and it could be the other way in another case. For instance, as you highlighted, Success, in the case of where a guy approached you and you'll be more or less like, oh no, you will just tell the person to wait. And in some other cases, you just be like, oh, this is what I want, or this is how it should be. So for instance, if you look at it in the context of sex, a lot of people have different views on that. I may not really want to, give my own personal view of how I see things, but I'll probably just want to elaborate on different cases of how the world, or rather, how different categories of people see them. For instance, if you look at it from a cultural sense, there are different cultures, different beliefs, and different way of seeing things. If you look at African context of how, or rather, let me not speak of the African context, even though I know a little bit of, of the West African culture to a certain level, but let's use Nigeria to be precise. There are different way of how things are. For instance, if you look at it on a class level per se, the elite class, well, you might agree with me, Dunni, that if a lady probably of a higher class says no, it's rare for the guy to keep pushing.
Really?
Really, I'm just hearing that.
Is it really about the class?
Well, it differentiates when it comes to class.
Okay.
And I want us to look at it from that perspective. It might not necessarily be that way though.
Yeah.
But I just want us to look at it from that perspective.
Okay.
For instance, I don't want to sound a bit classist if there's anything like that, but we all know that there is this stereotype that if the lady is not of a higher class, if she says no, you can keep pushing. Do you agree with that?
I'm not sure. I don't think it has anything to do with class.
Oh no, like I'm not talking about.
I get you, but I don't think it really has to do with class. I just feel it's your person. Like that's really what it is. It has nothing to do with whether you're of a certain class or it's just your personal, like how do you feel about this thing at the end of the day. I feel like that's what really matters. Because me, I was having a conversation with somebody that was asking me a question about this, like he liked a girl and he was going to ask her out, and he was getting the vibe that, okay, I think he had asked her out initially and she had said no, so he wanted to know whether he should push for that or just stop there. And I'm like, okay, like did she give you any reason, like why she doesn't want to date you? Because I feel like sometimes people actually give you reasons. If you actually like, okay, listen to the reason and you feel like this girl is being serious about it, actually she's being honest that this is why I don't want, and she might even come up with, okay, this is why I can't date you for now. Then at that point, it is now, am I willing to wait until this thing that she has mentioned is not in the picture anymore? Yeah. So there's really a lot of things to it, but I don't think it has to do with class. It just really has to do with your person.
I think your opinion has some weight to stand with though, but I'll take it from another perspective as well.
Okay.
For instance, you pointed out something that it could be in a case where she might not just be feeling it at that moment. If we look at it from this perspective, if it's the case that she's not feeling it at that moment, I'm not saying that I support that when she says no, there should be more pressure. But if you look at it from that perspective of she was not feeling it at that moment, what about if you kind of change the switch after she has said no?
What do you mean by change the switch?
It's all, they say ladies act based on mood. If you change the switch at that certain moment and apply a different approach.
Yeah. In terms of what are you talking about? Maybe trying to spend more time or spend more money on her just to confuse her or convince her. Which one?
Well, it still all depends. But I think I got to there.
I get what you're saying.
But you get what I mean. For instance,
if
we're looking at it on the perspective of sex. They say people act on emotions, especially ladies act on emotions. She might not be feeling the vibe at that moment where you wanted to have it, but something just happened within the 10 minutes of you drawing back and maybe you guys watching a movie and you guys getting into a scene of probably a sexual scene and she gets the vibe and you're back at it again and she accepts.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, if you go with the policy of no means no, you see that
and that's different. We are talking about at another time.
No, we're not talking about another one. We're talking about a difference of 10 minutes.
It's something. It's valuable. It's something. That
it's like,
are you trying to say now? If I'm like, let me get it correct. Are you trying to say when a lady says no?
Yeah.
In terms of sex now.
Yeah.
The guy should apply pressure. Like try to change the vibe. Like try to make her.
What I would say is, I just want our viewers to see things on both sides. If you want my opinion on how I do, how I approach mine, a no means no for me. Like I believe time is time is a currency for each and every one of us. I wouldn't want to waste my time for any garden thing or doesn't. I wouldn't want to waste my time for things If a lady doesn't see me on the light of, she doesn't find me as in sexually attractive, I can't change her views of how she sees things. I can only be myself.
Yeah.
So it's best for me to move ahead. But it's good to enrich our viewers on different ways of how things approach, because I feel life is relative. It can't always be on mine, on how I see things. That's why, for instance, Dunni was saying it's not really based on class.
Yeah.
Although I see it in that sense a little bit, she has a strong point there.
Yeah.
So I think that's my view on that, though.
Alright.
I feel like, okay, you want to say something?
No, I just wanted to ask you, like, have you been in that position before that? Like,
What context?
like in terms of, I don't know if it's, should I say relationship or sex? Like, no means no, and the guy keeps.
I want to believe that this sex we're talking about is in marriage.
Okay, now let's talk about.
Okay. Let me
Relationship.
just say something. This is how I feel about sex. Most times, I feel like a woman is very in tune with her emotions. Generally, not all women. Like, I don't like to feel like all women are like that, but for the general context, women are more in tune with their emotions. So you really want to make sure that you butter her up, like throughout that day, like towards the time when you want to do this thing. Don't just come up and be like, and see, I feel like doing it, and just feel like just like that she's going to accept. I don't feel it works like that. Like, if you want to do something, there's a way you would have kept the process on. You would have been saying sweet things to her. You would have been whining her up to get in the mood. But don't just come and be like, oh yeah, remove clothes. That's almost like rape now. That's not.
That's why, you know, most times it's actually getting, you know, rape cases, because it's like guys are not really understanding that thing.
Well,
No, I'm not interested, but you keep pushing, applying pressure, but the girl is actually not interested. So like, I really feel, I don't know if guys can really be able to like try to understand the difference. Like, if I'm not doing. You shouldn't.
I feel like your body language would even tell.
Yeah,
like,
if she's not interested, you don't have to force. What do you think?
Yeah.
Body language will tell.
There's something that Dunni's highlighted, but before I come to that, let me tackle what you mean about what I think on that.
Okay.
I feel that to a certain level, you have to respect whoever you're with.
Yeah.
And if she says no means, if she says she's not interested or she gives that vibe,
Yeah.
fine, you have to walk away. That's life. You always can't win everything. You win some, you lose some.
Yeah.
But with regards to what Dunni said, which I don't really agree totally with, she said as a guy you're supposed to, you know, nurture, create the path before, you know, before everything happens.
So you just come and climb on me.
I don't agree on that in a certain way, because for instance, no. You need to get the context of where I'm coming from.
Oh my.
For instance, ladies remember ladies generally know how to. They know how to keep a guy waiting for till the end of time. They really know how to keep a guy waiting till the
Our
end of
forefathers,
time.
they, you know, you can't just come and ask me out today and expect to. Yes, you understand. You have to. It's a gradual thing. We have to walk to. It's a step. You step by step. You know, some people still do it anyway. You ask a lady out today, and she's telling you.
I can say yes. So. If it's, seriously, if it's my friend, someone I already know, I have a general knowledge of your person, and I feel like you resonate with me, and I want to be with you. I'm not going to waste time personally. I can tell you.
Okay, so like we have.
That's why I kept emphasizing that it's a personal thing.
One second there. But still, where the catch is, Dunni is trying to say that as a girl, the guy needs to keep nurturing the process of courtship before the sex happens, right? Let's look at it from this angle.
Oh, wow.
Let's look at it from this angle. Where in the case where you as a lady, you're keeping this guy as a friend and not sexually attracted to him.
Oh, okay.
But you are trying to see, as in your own, from your own mindset, you're thinking, oh no, this guy wouldn't, I'm not sexually attracted to this guy, but I like his company, and ladies know how to keep a guy on that zone, which we call the friend zone.
Mm-hmm.
But look at it from this angle as well, from the guy's angle, because sometimes some rape cases comes out of the context where I'm not supporting rape in any way also, but I'm trying to say the cases of rape can come out in the context where the guy feels that, oh, she's nurturing my process of, you know, enjoying my time, spending on her, and I bet you, not to sound sexist in any way, a lady will gladly allow a guy to spend on her extravagantly even in the case where she has no intimacy with him at all. So just watch it for this.
Are you spending on me to do something?
No, allow me to come in there.
Okay.
From the guy's owner's perspective, he thinks that what he's doing is cutting her.
Okay.
Whereas from her owner's perspective, she's just trying to be a respectful, good girl and nurturing her friend zone boy.
We are friends now.
Wait now, allow me to get to the point where at the end of it all, they probably find, we may just get to that point where they're probably in the car one day and maybe going out for a good time and they got back home and something led to another. And unfortunately for him, she's like, oh no, we're not there yet. And you know how the masculine mind is. Wow, why lead me on if we're not there yet? And in those kind of cases, rape might occur. Not that I support it or any way or any form or so, but I think you get the point there. I think you kind of agree.
I'm not going to say anybody should spend any guy's money when she knows she's not interested.
Alright, so I think
Would you agree with my viewpoint there?
I don't know if I'm lost here. So we are going to, I don't know, maybe we'll have a part 2 of this because it's a very interesting topic and you know, I enjoyed every bit of discussion and I learned a few things too. So we'll go on this short break and I'll be right back. Thank you guys. See you soon. So welcome back from that short break. With me here I still have Dunni and Damian, and before we went on that break we were actually talking about the topic when no means no. When does no mean no? And we were talking about it like from 2 perspectives, which is in relationship and in terms of sex. And sex here we're talking about like sex in marriage. You know, as Christians it's actually not advisable to have premarital sex, so we are talking about sex in marriage. So hi guys, Dunni. What's up, Damian? Yeah, so how you guys really kept on not Tito? Kilo day. Okay, so now we're talking about, we're going to, now I want to ask questions. Me, basically, I want to know, have you ever been, let me throw that question to you. Have you ever been in a situation whereby, you like a girl and you asked her out and she's telling you, give me time, I want to think about it. I need time to think about it. Did you apply pressure? How did you do it? Just us.
Well, I'll just put it into context.
Okay.
When I was much younger and probably much more recently.
Okay.
When I was much younger, I feel then I was much of a novice.
Okay.
And I feel when you're much younger, you have a whole lot of time to waste and loiter, and you have a lot of things to do, like a lot of enjoyment they would put, as I would put it there. Like you have a lot of things, you have movies and a whole lot of things, chill on with. So I would say then if she says no, I probably play a video game, text her again, see how it goes, that kind of a thing.
Okay.
Or
alright.
Maybe she says no after a night of football. You'll be like, maybe it's just a bad day for you. You kind of wait the next day and try one more time. But now, I feel we're getting closer to that point where you want to settle down with your life. You have a whole lot of things going on in your career and a whole lot of other things. Now I don't have that time. Like, for me, if she says no, like even if she puts me on pause, she's on pause, not on me. I'm gone already.
Can you imagine?
Amazing.
Okay, so today what do you have to say about that? When I want to actually ask, like, what's your own? Is it when a guy asks you out and after you just say no, he disappears, and you say okay, in your own mind you're expecting to apply pressure, like come back, text you, chat you up, and still keep telling you I'm thinking about you, I miss you, what's up, what's the reply, and all. How do you feel bad when he like disappears, or you actually want him to keep coming back and even for 5 months be on your case, like, you understand?
Son is strong.
Yeah. Strong.
This is how I feel about it. I feel like I mentioned before that I want, if it's someone I'm friends with, I think I know where my stand is immediately you ask me that question.
The person is not your friend.
So I want to make sure that we are developing, like, this friendship is still intact outside whether I said no or not, because a lot of people, I see a lot of guys complain about that thing. They ask a girl out and then the girl is rude to them, she's insulting them on top, say Bobo asked you out. I'm like, it's unnecessary, because if you actually build friendship first, you really want to consider, am I ready to lose this person just because I don't want to be in a relationship? So for me, maybe with time, if we still continue to be friends, I can come around and be like, okay, if you're not with someone else at that point, and be like, okay, I think I can actually make this work. But I feel like when I tell you no, my no means no, please.
Okay.
I really don't want you to apply pressure. I want you to just understand that, because when I give you a no, I'm most likely going to explain why I don't want to be with you. So I want you to actually take me seriously and understand where I'm coming from. We can just have a conversation around that. Like, this is the reason I'm giving you. Can you resonate with it and all that? But besides that, please don't apply pressure. Like, I meant it.
Yeah, some ladies actually like it. When you ask them out once, they want you to keep coming back.
That's why I keep saying
it's
about the
shakara. They want you to
Yeah.
spoil them with gifts, give them attention, time, and everything. So now, before I finally let you guys go, have you ever heard of rape in marriage? True. When the woman says, I'm not in the mood, I'm tired, I had a very busy day, and the man still says, I'm married to you, I paid your bride price, so I own your body. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I've heard of things like that in a couple of probably interviews on Pulse TV in Nigeria and some other online TV,
social media
and all that. And I think everything still draws down to culture. The mindset of I paid your bride price, I own you. Whereas in a Western society, it's not that way. It's more or less that we got married in the church for the love of Christ.
Yeah.
You understand? And we should live according to Christ and his principles and something in that direction. So I've not had much experience in regards to that.
Are you married?
So as I don't have so much opinions in regards to that. What I would just say is it all depends on what's the solid foundation of the marriage. Is the foundation, for instance, we Christians still obey our traditions and all that. So if the marriage is standing on the foundation of Christ, or the tradition has more weight than religion in the marriage, that would determine what philosophy are they following in that marriage. I think Dunni have
Alright,
a few
so
things to say.
Dunni, so what do you think about rape in marriage?
So the Bible says that wives should submit to their husband, but the Bible also says that husbands should love their wives as Christ loved the church.
Yeah.
So now, in the place of submission, you want to work with your husband to make sure that marriage is working, and this includes sex. So yes, you should actually have sex with your husband, but in the place of love, like the husband loving you, I feel like because the man loves you and he respects you, he wants to make sure that the sex is not just happening because he feels like he wants to do this. He also wants to make sure that you are also going to enjoy it, in as much as he is going to enjoy it. So he wants to put the environment in place. Obviously, in marriage, it's not just the man that will initiate the sex. There will be days that the woman will initiate the sex, and there are times that the sex is not even for pleasure, it's because you want to make children. So all those things, I feel like everybody should still respect themselves in that place. Don't just feel like because you're married to this woman now, you can just control her and tell her that because I feel like you have to. Still respect her, still love her, and women should also try to make sure that they explain as much as they can. Like if they are not in the mood, like I'm sorry, this is why I can't. Like make sure you're trying to communicate with love as well when you know that you can't go ahead and.
Alright, thank you guys. That was a very, beautiful one, interesting. Yeah, I have fun. Thank you guys for coming. I'm sure my viewers enjoyed it too. Thank you. I hope to introduce you. No, I hope to invite you guys some other time. I hope to see you guys. One or two times, yeah. So thank you.
Thanks.
So hi viewers, we'll go on this short break and we'll be right back.